Hello friends, family, and everyone on the internet. Today is going to be another iteration of our Good, Bad, or Not For You series, so please leave a like and listen in because today is going to be on video games. Now, I'm not going to break it down into individual video games, although I will talk about them within the video, but I'm going to cover the basis of video games as a whole. Now, if you watched my addiction video, you know I have a big addiction to video games, and so it makes it so easy for me to talk about them because I've played basically every single type of video game that there is out there. If you want to go ahead and test me, you can list some in the comments below, and I will tell you whether I've played them or not, maybe in a previous or a next video, or in the comments myself. But let's get on with the video today. So, why are video games good? Like, a lot of times you hear a lot of negative about video games. Oh, the video game violence is causing real violence. Oh, video games are causing kids to not be interacting with others. When in reality, video games can be really good. A lot of social skills can be built off of video games because when you look at games like Call of Duty, Halo, like the big shooters, a lot of times a lot of communication actually goes into the playing of it. Like, I know when I played with my friends, we would constantly be communicating, and like while we were waiting for games, we would just talk like normal, as if we were sitting side by side in a coffee shop talking. But then once we got into the game, yeah, sometimes we continued that talking and we just didn't talk about the game, we just played together. But sometimes we got really into the game and communicated so much that we knew what each other were going to do, we knew what each other were going to say. Like, it was a lot of fun, and it built a lot of social skills because I even knew these people in real life. So I talked to them at school, and I talked, and it really built up my social skills so that I can talk to people. Now, if we jump to a different ship and go to puzzle games, they're great for your mind. Like, I played so many puzzle games where you had to intricately think about how, if I do this, what's gonna happen? Like, if I do this move in this spot, is it going to change how I make my next move? Or can I still do what I want to do next turn? And you build and say, okay, which one's a better spot? Should I move here or there? Should I put this piece here or that piece there? Now, if we look at some other puzzle games like the find and seek, the puzzle games where it puts a bunch of items on a picture and it says find these items, that takes a lot of it can strain out your eyes, but it can also cause your eyes to be better. You can pick out little details within a picture, and so then later on in life, it may not have an effect on you, but you can look maybe at like pictures you take, and then you can pick out the little tiny details of things, or you can look at other people's pictures and you can pick out the little tiny details, and it's really cool. Now, jumping to another ship, why are video games bad for some people? Like, why are they bad? And it kind of goes back to the addiction thing. Like, it can take over your life if you let it. Like, you can be sucked in, you can go way overweight, you can go, like, there's health problems that have been caused. But like, when you see about video games as a bad influence on people, the problem that I have with those news articles and everything is that they look at the video game in this one perspective. Okay, this kid found a gun and shot his brother. That was the one that I remember the most. Is GTA 5 got hit so hard because this kid was watching his brother play it, and then somehow got a hold of a handgun while the parents, grandparents, guardians, whoever was watching them kind of didn't pay attention, and they shot their brother. Okay, now, can you really blame the violence of that video game? Yes, you can. To an extent. You cannot say that video game caused that boy to want to shoot his brother. No, you can't say that. Like, you can say that, but A, how did he get the gun? B, like, sure, okay, that video game teaches you violence, but it doesn't teach you how to shoot a gun. It doesn't say, okay, you put your finger here, you pull the trigger, boom, gun goes off. Like, it doesn't teach you that. So for him to, like, he would just have to be messing around with it and see, like, okay, if the parents are so concerned about it, don't involve your kids in it. Like, if you are so concerned about one kid, you know, reenacting what they do in a video game, don't let that kid watch the video game. Don't let that kid play the video game. Like, my parents always asked me before I asked them to get a mature title, they were always like, do you replicate this in real life? And my answer was always no. Now, originally you would think, oh, he was just saying no because he wants to play the game. Well, no. I understood right from wrong. I understood video game from reality. I understood this is, you know, I can do whatever I want here because I'm going to come back, and if I die, I'm going to come back. In this life, I don't have multiple lives. I can't do whatever the heck I want. I'm not Superman. If I die, I'm done. It's kind of like one and done versus I can do it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And so people always see it in a bad light like that, but the true badness of video games comes in the object of being overweight, of not exercising, of not eating healthy, of all the little things that you as a person can actually control. So in my eyes, I don't see anything wrong with people playing video games. I don't even see anything wrong with, like, a 16-year-old playing a mature title. I see something wrong in a 12-year-old playing a mature title because of the content. Not because I'm afraid that they'll replicate it, but because of the content. A lot of the blood and gore is in those M-rated 18-plus games. And I don't think as a 10, 11, 12-year-old you should be subjected to that if you can avoid it. Or if you as a parent can stop them from seeing that. So it's really a parental discretion thing, but in my opinion, video games can only be bad if you let them be bad towards you. Like, you have a choice on whether it's bad or not. And finally, not for you. I don't think this belongs here. Like, honestly, the only reason I put this section in is because that is the series, but I don't think video games are... I think video games are geared towards everyone. Like, there is some kind of game for everyone out there. Even if you say that you don't like video games, do you have a smartphone? Do you play a game on your smartphone? You're playing a video game if you say yes to both of those. Do you have a tablet? Do you play anything on that tablet? You're playing a video game if you said yes to both of those. Do you get on the internet? Do you play anything? Like, anything on the internet. You could even be on Facebook playing Farmville. I know I'm dating myself because nobody plays Farmville anymore, but you could be on Facebook playing Farmville. You're still playing a video game. So I don't believe video games have a not for you section because there are so many video games out there and so many different types of genres that they tend to grab everybody. Even the people that say, well, I don't play video games. Like, even if we look at Brain Age on the DS, this is still dating myself because this is an older game. But if we look at Brain Age on the DS, it was a video game that was meant to enhance your brain, like make you smarter, basically. Anybody could buy a DS and buy that one game, or even go online and find like the free ones. They're still kind of video games. Now, they kind of put this like box around video games being like, oh, it's only, Xbox, PC, PS3, Wii, like that's the only thing about video games. Wrong. Your mobile games are video games, your flash games are video games, your like in-browser games are video games. Like, anything that has a moving picture to it is a video game. The only thing that like isn't a video game in this day and age is literally board games, card games, and like very specific games that you have to have people in the same room to play with. And that's where I'm going to end this video. Leave your comments below. What do you think? Do you think there is a section for not for you in video games? Do you think video games are good? Do you think they're bad? I mean, let's be honest here. Everyone has their own opinion, and I hope you guys share your honest opinion, because I love reading your honest opinion. So have a good day, and I'll see you when I see you next.